Hey everybody, tonight on Henry's HowTos. After receiving a lot of requests, I'm going to show you how to make my homemade chili sauce. Let's get straight into it. So guys, for this recipe I'm going to be using long red chilies. There's about 1 kilo of them here. These aren't like bird's eye chilies, so they're not very hot. They are tolerable, but we're going to make them hotter. So first thing we need to do with our chilies is we need to take these stems off. So just cut them straight off and just place them into another bowl. Now also in the meantime, we want to preheat our oven to 200 degrees Celsius. And just continue cutting all the stems off. So to our chilies, we're going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of fresh grated ginger, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of hot cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of black pepper, about 2 crushed garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika, the juice of about half a lemon, and finally we'll finish it up with about 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Alright guys, you want to give this a very good mix, and obviously be careful not to touch your eyes right after. Now guys, what you want to do next is just bring across a rectangle tray, and we're going to place our mixture straight in. Make sure you get everything out of your bowl, because all the seasoning's in here. We don't want to waste any of it. Okay guys, so by this point your oven should be preheated, so we'll put this straight in, and for about 15 minutes, we just wanted to roast them just a little bit. After about 15 minutes, you should have something that looks like this. As you can see, some of them have got a darker color on them, which is perfect. Now, what we're going to do is empty this into a food processor. Now, when we do that, we want to make sure to get all this stuff off the bottom too. If it's burnt, don't scrape it. But all this soft stuff, just gently scrape it off, because all the flavor's in there. We don't want to waste that. So just bring across your food processor. Just carefully empty everything in. You may need to do this in 2 batches if yours isn't big enough. And get that entire garlic and spice mixture out too. Now before we process it, add in a teaspoon of ground cumin powder along with a teaspoon of ground coriander. And that's all we need to add. So put the lid on, and just on a high speed, we're going to do this in a few different times, just so it all mixes together perfectly. So every about 10-15 seconds you want to stop it, and just use a spatula to scrape the sides. And once again, repeat that. So once again, scrape the sides. And this should be the last one. So high speed again. Take the lid off and just have a look at that. How perfect does that look? So what we need to do now is just transfer this out of the food processor, and we'll just empty it into another container. Make sure the container has been thoroughly washed before, that way this will last longer in the fridge. And just scrape all your sauce out. Now as for our sauce, just flatten it down, and we'll just add some vegetable oil on top just to cover it. This will preserve it longer in the fridge. By doing this, you should get at least a month out of this, if not longer, as long as you keep it in the refrigerator. And there we have it guys, that's ready to be served. So you can serve that as is, as a really hot chili sauce. If you want to make it a bit milder, just add in a bit of yogurt, just to take away the spiciness. or water, or you can even mix it with some tomato paste if you want to just acidify it a little bit and add that little touch of sweetness to it. I hope you like that, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them at the bottom, and I'll see you all next time.